Most people think a good comeback means winning the argument. They think it's about scoring points, overpowering the other person, or being the loudest voice. So they shout, defend themselves, and try to prove they're right. But when you react with anger, you're not winning. You're losing control. You're letting someone else control your emotions, like handing them a remote and saying, press a button and I'll react. A calm person understands something different. Real strength is not in yelling back. It's in staying calm. The goal is not to beat the other person. The goal is to not let their chaos disturb you. We're not going to fight insults with more insults. We're not going to use anger. Instead, we use calm and thoughtful words that protect our dignity. When you argue loudly, you lower yourself to their level. When you stay calm, you make their chaos obvious. Here's an important truth: anger is usually not about you. When someone insults you or attacks your character, they are often dealing with their own pain. People who are happy and secure don't feel the need to hurt others. Usually, people who hurt others are hurting themselves. Most people hear an insult and think, I need to fight back. A calm, wise person thinks, this person must be struggling. That's why asking, are you okay, can be so powerful. It's not an insult. It's a calm question. When you ask it gently and with real concern, you change the situation. Instead of two people fighting, it becomes one calm person and one upset person. They expect you to react with anger. They want you to shout so they can justify their behavior. If you yell back, you give them what they want. But if you calmly ask, are you okay? You seem very upset, you take away their power. You make them look at themselves. You show that their behavior is strange or out of control. By staying calm, you show that their words don't affect you. You're not afraid. You're steady. And nothing weakens someone's ego faster than realizing they are not being feared, they are being calmly observed. We live in a loud world where people think they must reply instantly. Silence is often seen as weakness. But sometimes silence is the strongest response. When someone insults you, they are waiting to see if it hurt you. If you don't react, if you stay calm, your silence speaks louder than any angry reply. They are waiting for you to react. They want to see your face tighten, hear your sharp reply, watch you defend yourself. Instead, give them nothing. When they finish talking, don't answer right away. Just look at them. Hold eye contact. Let a few seconds pass. 3 or 4 seconds can feel like forever in silence. In that quiet moment, they will start to feel uncomfortable. People don't like silence. It makes them nervous. They will begin to wonder, did I go too far? Why isn't he saying anything? Did he even hear me? Their mind will rush to fill the silence you created. Then calmly say one word, anyway. And go back to what you were doing. That pause, followed by anyway, is powerful. The silence says, I'm noticing your behavior. The anyway says, but it doesn't matter. It shows that their words didn't move you. They didn't change your mood. They didn't shake your confidence. You treat their outburst like a car alarm going off in the distance, maybe annoying, but not important. Wise people are comfortable with silence. They don't rush to defend themselves because they know their worth isn't decided by how fast they reply. When you step over the insult and move on, you leave the other person alone with their anger. And anger feels much heavier when no one is carrying it with you. Why do we argue in the first place? Often, it's because we want validation. We want the other person to agree so we can feel right. We try to force them to see things our way. But some things are in our control, our actions and thoughts, and some things are not, like other people's opinions. When you try to control someone else's opinion, you create stress and frustration. You exhaust yourself. Instead, you can simply say, you're allowed to think that. This is not weakness. It's acceptance. It's like dropping the rope in a tug-of-war. The other person is ready to fight, ready with arguments and attacks, and you refuse to pull. You allow them to have their opinion, even if it's wrong. You show that their thoughts are just that, thoughts in their own head. They are not facts. They are not final judgments about you. You don't need everyone to agree with you to respect yourself. When you allow others to misunderstand or dislike you without reacting, you become harder to shake. Your confidence comes from inside, not from their approval. Sometimes, though, you do need to address disrespect. But you can do it calmly. If someone is rude, instead of attacking them, you can ask, "Did you mean to be that rude, or did it just come out wrong?" This question makes them think. It gives them two choices. Either they admit they meant to be rude, which most people won't want to do in front of others, or they admit it came out wrong, which usually leads to an apology. You're not yelling. You're not insulting them. You're calmly pointing out what happened and asking them to reflect on it. You stay in control. You stay mature. Anger is often a performance. Think about a child throwing a tantrum. They scream and cry louder when someone is watching. But if no one pays attention, the drama loses energy. Adults are similar. When someone tries to pull you into a fight, they want an audience. They want you to play a role, the victim, the villain, the angry opponent. You can refuse the role. You can say, "I'm not the audience for this." This sets a boundary. It means you're not interested in participating in their drama. You're not calling them names. You're simply stepping away. You protect your peace. You don't stand at the gates of your mind catching every insult someone throws. You close the gate and walk away. Using these phrases isn't about humiliating anyone. It's about saving your energy. Every time you refuse to argue over something pointless, you protect your time and peace. You stop wasting yourself on unnecessary conflict. The world is full of noise and angry voices. If you try to fight all of them, you will never move forward. Real strength is not in shouting back. It's in staying steady. It's in choosing calm over chaos. Speak less. Stay firm. And when you do speak, let your words be calm and thoughtful, not hot with anger.